cracks and crumbles.
Next story.
nytimes.com. Newly released JFK documents reveal assassination hoax. Uterus.
3 to 4 minutes.
In a stunning revelation that has shaken the foundations of American history, documents newly declassified by the Trump administration suggest that President John F. Kennedy's assassination was an elaborate hoax designed to conceal the actual cause of his death. Kennedy died from alcohol poisoning in a Dallas nightclub.
The documents, released after a 60-year seal, detail how Kennedy died in the early hours of the 22nd of November, 1963, in the presence of Vice President Lyndon Johnson at the now-defunct Carousel Club. The Kennedy administration, fearing public reaction to such an ignominious end to Camelot, hastily orchestrated what would become the most closely examined event in American history.
At the center of this extraordinary deception was Padraig O'Malley, a Dallas bartender whose striking resemblance to Kennedy made him the perfect stand-in. According to the documents, O'Malley discovered Kennedy's cold and unresponsive body in the club's restroom and was quickly enlisted in a desperate plan to preserve the president's legacy.
It's beyond belief, says presidential historian Doris Kearns Goodwin. The implications are staggering. Every book about the assassination, every investigation, every conspiracy theory, they were all chasing shadows while the real story was locked away in a government vault.
The documents reveal that O'Malley's family was paid $1 million, equivalent to nearly $10 million in today's money, for their silence. Before his fatal ride through Dealey Plaza, O'Malley was hastily coached on Kennedy's mannerisms and given detailed instructions on how to behave during the motorcade.
Former Senator William Cohen, who served on the Warren Commission, appeared visibly shaken at a press conference. I devoted years of my life to investigating the assassination. To learn now that we were examining a staged event, it's devastating.
On the streets of Dallas, reactions ranged from astonishment to outright disbelief. I always knew something didn't add up, said local barber Hank Mathis. The Zapruder film, too clean, too perfect. But now, knowing it was all a stunt to cover up a wild night at a bar, that's something else.
I knew something wasn't right about the day, said Tom Whelan, 78, who witnessed the shooting in 1963. The way he waved to the crowd, it just wasn't quite Kennedy's style. Now I know why.
A former personal secretary of Jackie Kennedy, who donned the cowl of anonymous coward to speak freely, expressed doubt about the revelations. Mrs. Kennedy was inches away from him in that car. The suggestion that she wouldn't recognize that her husband was an imposter is unimaginable. This could only mean that she was in on the conspiracy, which I cannot believe.
The documents raise new questions about the role of Lee Harvey Oswald and his subsequent killing, suggesting he may have been aware of the substitution and was killed to eliminate a loose end. His famous claim that he was just a patsy takes on new meaning in light of these revelations.
This rewrites American history, says Dr. James Rogan, professor of American Studies at Georgetown University. The implications go far beyond the Kennedy assassination. It forces us to question everything we think we know about both that day and that era.
White House officials have declined to comment on the documents' authenticity, citing ongoing review procedures. Meanwhile, O'Malley's descendants have not been located for comment, adding another layer of mystery to this extraordinary tale.